Hey guys, oh hey, it is Felicia C. Ali here with my 9 week, I guess I'm just gonna start doing it by like 9 to 10 instead of giving you like the exact days, because technically I'm 9 weeks and 2 days. Yeah, so I turn another week every Thursday. So I don't know, it's just helpful for me to kind of keep track of my body and my growing fetus. Yay. The pregnancy is progressing well as far as I know right now. I haven't had to go to the emergency room, and there hasn't been anything crazy that's happened. I have not had my first prenatal visit yet, but so I'm fingers crossed that everything is going well. But I think it's okay because I'm not like, in a situation, I should say. So yeah, so the baby goes from an embryo to a fetus. So I'm out of the embryonic stage and now I'm working with a fetus. I have been drinking water, lots and lots and lots and lots of water. Well, because my husband won't have it any other way. Because when I was pregnant with our first child, I had a headache for 77 days. Apparently my body was producing too much estrogen, and so it caused me to have an estrogen headache. And sometimes water can combat that. So that happened in my first pregnancy, and in my second pregnancy I had to be hospitalized by ambulance because I was dehydrated. I was drinking water, but I was drinking water as like a normal unpregnant woman, just a couple glasses a day and a bottle or two a day. But in pregnancy, your body is producing another person. So you really need to make sure that you stay hydrated. Your amniotic sac depends on it. Your growing baby depends on it. Your skin, everything. You just really need water. So my husband, he makes me drink quite a bit of water. And he even drinks it too, so that I'll drink it. I have finally gotten prenatal vitamins. I wasn't really totally dedicated to prenatal vitamins in my first two pregnancies because I thought that they were the reason. In my first pregnancy, I thought that prenatal vitamins were making me sick. In my second pregnancy, I was just like, I had a very busy job, and honestly, I couldn't wrap my mind around it. And I eat pretty healthy, so I was like, oh, we're good. But now that I know that my body is lacking vitamin B12, and that's why I was craving eggs, see last week's video, I decided to take some prenatal vitamins. I mean, this is my third child, so clearly when you have 3 children and you've been pregnant 4 times in a 5-year period, you kind of think you have it figured out. But I am not going to adhere to that because like I'm in a new state, with new physicians and without my family. So my husband is at work this time versus last time I was at work, and I really can't afford to be hospitalized. So I really want to make sure that I'm doing everything the proper way. And so I've been on Google a lot and YouTubing pregnancy and just trying to make sure that everything I'm feeling and everything that I'm experiencing is normal. So right now this is where I'm living. On that, you want to see how they look. And the frustrating part about this is you have to take them 3 times a day with a meal. They're not large and they don't stink. And that's probably because, they're certified organic whole food. It's really good. And I have a DHA downstairs that I haven't started taking yet because I don't eat fish or anything. So I just want to make sure this baby gets everything it needs, because in the first trimester, everyone, I don't know if you guys noticed, but in the first trimester, you're so sick because your body is working in overtime, producing hormones that you're not familiar with because it's creating a person. So essentially, your first trimester, the baby is getting everything. Like, its little eyes. Like, by now, our fetus has already started getting little teeth buds, eyes, hands. Now, obviously, it's really small, but the first trimester is when all the major organs are starting to develop, the brain, just everything important. And then throughout the pregnancy it just kind of grows. It's like it just grows, but it's not like you need to be right in the first trimester. So that's why you're sick and everything like that. Oh, what I've learned is avocado. I don't like avocado. I don't really understand the purpose in avocado because they don't really taste like anything. It's just it's the texture that kind of freaks me out. But I have not had morning sickness in 3 days. I've been eating everything avocado. I made an avocado spinach pasta, and so it was just straight avocado and spinach in the blender and tossed on some pasta. And I fed my family that. And then the next day I had avocado in my eggs first thing in the morning, and then today I had avocado in a biscuit wrap with like homemade sausage and all this, and it was I don't really taste the avocado when I mix it in with things like that, so I haven't had any sickness since I did that. But what I do notice is I'm still running out of breath when I talk for long periods of time. I have like gasp for air, and what else? Yeah, so I'm not feeling as sick anymore since I've been eating the avocado. I had, oh, my headaches. My headaches have been back, not as severely as they were in my first pregnancy. I mean, I literally couldn't pick my head up. I was just like, the light, the sun, the sound, everything just was a problem. But I have been having headache, and I've been having some issues with my neck. We have a pretty stable mattress. I'm not sure why my neck is hurting, but I did buy Tylenol, the liquid gel, because I know that you can take Tylenol in pregnancy, and the liquid, obviously, once you digest it, you know, disperses itself a little better than the powder. So I got some liquid gels just to have. Like, as soon as I found out I was pregnant, I bought them, and I haven't been wanting to take them again because I know that the fetus, the embryo, whatever, is developing, and I didn't really want to interfere with that. But today, it's a Saturday, I really needed to participate in the lives of my other two children. So I just took one, and it made me feel better. So I didn't take the prenatal vitamins like with my meal because I took the Tylenol with my meal, and I didn't want to, you know, have everything overlapping. Man, like so okay, I have a lot of energy right now, and I'm thankful for that. But typically from one moment to the next, I don't have much energy. I'm still extremely tired. I read that once you turn 9 weeks, you kind of start to feel a little bit more like yourself, but I don't think that site was right because I read many other places where they said like you don't really feel like yourself until 12 weeks. I mean, I'm not feeling as bad as I was last week, but I have, you know, been playing a lot around with avocado and the vitamins, so things are leveling out a little bit for me, but I'm still so fatigued. And the thing about it is when you have small children, you know, like it just takes a lot out of you. So like when I had my first child, you know, all I had was my husband. We were newlyweds. I had him, and I was kind of like lower level staff at my job, and so it wasn't a huge mandate on me to do a lot. And then when I had my second pregnancy, I mean, I had a job. So everyone knows like work is not actually work. Like my job was, it was strenuous when it was strenuous, but it wasn't strenuous all the time. And so when you're at work, you get, you know, an hour lunch. And you know, at that point I was in charge of my office, so I had my own private office within the office. And you know, so I could, whenever I felt nauseous, I could just quietly work, you know, from my desk and, you know, bark out orders. But now this pregnancy is so, it's just different because I have a 4-year-old that I'm educating on a daily basis, and, you know, trying to make sure that he's where he needs to be. And I have a 2-year-old, well, she'll be 2 in a couple of weeks, but she's almost 2, who I'm following. I'm running around after her all the time. And so it's a bit challenging staying up. So when my husband comes home, I'm like, this is on you, you know? And he's been really good. I mean, this is his 3rd rodeo, 4th rodeo if you include our miscarriage. But he, God, he's been working so hard to take care of the kids and I, and to make sure that I'm comfortable. And I'm at 11 minutes, so I need to hurry up. I don't want to go over 15. He's been, you know, just really working very hard to make sure that everything in the house is smooth. When he comes home, like, he literally wakes up and he does the fun stuff with them to get them ready for the morning, and then he goes to work, and then, you know, he comes home and, you know, he cleans up after dinner, and he usually gives the kids a bath, and then he comes and rubs my neck or my feet or my back or whatever. He's been really, really good. Like, I told him the other day, like, dude, you're just going above and beyond right now. And I just want to say thank you, baby. If I haven't told you enough times, I want to make sure that I tell you that. Another thing, like the world and its smell. So, like, my husband keeps planning things for us to do outside, and like, I'm a social butterfly. Normally, I want to be out floating in the wind, you know, learning the city, spending time with people, but the smells of the world are debilitating. Like, I don't want anyone around me. I don't want earth around me. Ideally, I would be able to just like hide myself until I reach maybe 16 weeks. Maybe 16 weeks is when I started to feel better with my other 2 pregnancies that I can recall. Because right now, everything stinks. Like, I don't want to do anything. I know that my kids deserve it, so I try to take them to the park, and I try to sit out in the driveway with them. But I pick up on every scent. And on that, my poor husband, he comes to bed every night after a shower, and I'm just like, I don't like his soap. I don't like his body wash. I don't like his deodorant. These are all things that I chose for him in terms of scents. And the clicker is, once we have a baby, I'm really fickle about the colognes and perfumes that we put on, because, you know, the baby's over your neck and stuff like that. So I haven't really worn perfume or scented anything, you know, in like 4 years, because I'm nursing after I get pregnant. It's just a lot. So I don't want to smell anything when I'm pregnant, and then I have a baby, and I don't want their clothes, I don't want their little faces breaking out because of colognes and perfumes. And now it's been a trying time. So needless to say, husbands, hang tight. I know for sure by the time I'm 13 weeks, well, in my last 2 pregnancies, by the time I was 13 weeks pregnant, you know, he was back able to get, you know, some. Now, I'm not saying I'm not giving him any, but I'm not giving him as much as he usually gets, because even that deodorant, he just, you know, he gets out the shower, he get all in the bed, kind of leaves a little bit of the dew on his body. He get up under me, and I'm like, no. So I have GERD. It's gastrointestinal something. I'm not a doctor. GERD is basically heartburn. And I know the old wives tell, 14 minutes, so I'm probably going to go over 15. But I know the old wives tell that says if you have heartburn, your baby is going to have, you know, be a girl, or it's going to be hairy. No. If you have GERD, it comes from too much, your body producing progesterone, which is what you produce in pregnancy. And like in excess, you have more of it than you do normally. And because your stomach is getting bigger, even at this small stage that I'm at, when your stomach is getting larger, it's harder for your food to wholly digest. So what I've been doing, which is very difficult in pregnancy, is I have been not eating 3 hours before bed, because when I eat and then I lay down, in any form, if I'm just chilling and I lay down, I have extreme heartburn the next day, and it doesn't like go away. And that, coupled with the nausea and the fatigue, and the headaches, it puts me in a really bad mood, and I don't want to be that way to my family. So I know that there are myths that say, like, if you crave sweet things, it's a girl, and if you crave salty things, it's a boy. I don't really have a preference at this point, but I initially, like the first couple weeks, I was wanting more sweets and things like that, but lately I really can't. Like, I don't want anything like sweet near me. I made chicken steak and rice, and I added honey. That's my typical recipe. It's really good. My husband loved it. It was a big hit in my house, but I couldn't get through it because of the honey. So I don't know what that is about, but anything sweet right now, I'm not really into it. And that brings me to Starbucks. If you guys watch my family channel, All Day with the Ali's, then you know everywhere we go all across the world, I need Starbucks. I love a good espresso. My cousin bought me an espresso machine for my birthday. You can see the video somewhere up here. And I just love espresso. But The other day I was in the grocery store and I just like grazed past the milk machine and or the milk refrigerator, and I saw a creamer, and it just, the thought of drinking a cup of coffee, it made me sick. The thought of it, just the creamer, it was just like, yeah. So right now I'm not drinking coffee. I wake up every morning and I drink tea, and I have you know, whatever I like to bake for my kids, so I have whatever pastry is left over, and that's kind of how I start my morning, to just, you know, spend my time with God, and you know, just to pray and have that solitude, that meditation time. I like to wake up, but ever since I've been pregnant, like my body just wakes up between 5 and 5:30, no matter what happens. Like I beat my alarm. My alarm is set for 5:30 a.m. for me to work out, but it's like I just instinctually wake up somewhere at that time. I don't even have to look at the clock, because I just know that it's in the 5 o'clock hour. And then I just start my day, so that when my children wake up, I'm woosad. You know, I've been doing yoga, so I'm like. Avocado also cures morning sickness. Avocado, it has a lot of B6. It's jam-packed with vitamins anyway, but B6 is what actually combats the morning sickness. And it's also packed with folate, which is what your body needs for a healthy pregnancy. So even if you're trying to conceive, eat avocado a day. They say an avocado a day keeps, you know, everything away. So have that. What I'm eating, typically in a day, I wake up and I have oatmeal for breakfast, and after I have oatmeal, well, I have my tea, and then I have my oatmeal, and then for lunch, I try to keep it healthy for lunch, because I like to feed my kids pretty healthy, so I try to be healthy as well. And then for dinner, we have whatever I want to eat, but I do try to incorporate like a broccoli slaw and a salad, and you know, I just try to eat pretty healthy anyway. But yeah, so I don't know, I don't have anything in particular I'm eating. I used to eat cereal every night, which is what I did with my son, so I don't know, like that had me like, is this a boy? Because I didn't like cereal when I was, but yeah, so I don't know. But now, since I realized that the GERD has returned, I'm not doing that. And I had GERD in my second pregnancy from like 7 months to close. So this at, you know, 8 weeks is really, you know, that's when I discovered it. That's like really soon. So cover everything in this 9 to 10 week video. I'm going to give you belly shot, and I'm at 19 minutes 19 seconds, so I'm doing good, so I'm under 20. So here we go. Wish me luck, guys. Make sure that you stay tuned for next week's update. I turn a new month a new week every Thursday, and I'm gonna try to record between Thursday and Saturday. And my husband and I have been tossing up when we're gonna put them up between Thursday and Sunday. So thanks for watching.